On today's episode of What Kind of Brain Rot Has Hassan Piker, the slightly more stupid Asmongold said this time? No, seriously. Hassan is openly supporting terrorism, while Asmongold is openly supporting the government taking away your rights and freedoms. Why can't we just get rid of both of them, okay? Why do we need to pick a side? Both of these people are absolute horrible freaks that do not deserve oxygen. So why do most people have to pick the side? Can't we just pick none of them and let nature heal?
Welcome back to a series so historic, even the T-Rex subscribed. In today's video, Hassan has called out the Kick platform for apparently ruining an entire generation and destroying the youth. Ironic coming from Hassan, the guy who definitely ruined a generation and the guy who glazes anti-Semitic.
He's not wrong, but he contributed to it a lot. My God, every single day, it's just these people are calling out the other side for doing exactly the same thing as they are doing. Every single time Hassan opens his mouth, says Asmongold is bad or someone on the right is bad, he's blaming them for the exact same garbage behavior that he is doing. And whenever the other side also does the same thing, they're also doing the same thing. They're blaming each other for doing the exact same strategies, the exact same things. Am I the only one who's getting tired of this?
Twitch, XQC has responded calling Hassan a cockroach. Streamer Adin Ross has exposed Hassan for apparently secretly trying to sign with Kick. Asmongold has responded.
I imagine that would definitely be the case, by the way.
Streamer Destiny.
Keep in mind, Hassan, though, at the end of the day, is one of the greatest capitalists the world has ever seen, ironically.
Has appeared on CNN, and Hassan is very jealous. They're having a massive back and forth beef, and it's getting pretty personal. More side characters are.
Hey, listen. Destiny's beef with Hassan has always been personal. And you know what? I honestly think Hassan could have avoided all of these troubles with Destiny. Because, you know why I think Destiny has a problem with Hassan? Because I don't think Hassan slept with him. I'm being completely dead on serious about this one. The only reason Destiny is mad about Hassan is probably the fact that Hassan refused to sleep with him. I'm not even joking. Listen, I 100% believe this. Hassan could have avoided all of this if he just chose to lay with Destiny like every single other Arbiter Destiny has ever had in his life. He could have avoided all of this. And he didn't. And now what's happening? Well, if someone says that the sky is currently raining down meteors and it's the color purple, and Hassan says it's not, this thing is gonna move heaven and earth to make Hassan look like the bad one there. It is one of the most hilarious things currently, by the way, happening, Destiny's spite against Hassan. Arguably worth it, arguably extremely stupid, but 100% hilarious. All these people look terrible at the end of the day, and I'm all for it.
Entering the series to humiliate themselves. Subscribe, and your day will be blessed with good fortune.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin with Hassan calling out Kick.
Like, we're just making villains, man. We have ruined an entire generation, I swear to God. The dominoes fell in the worst possible direction, okay? A crypto casino is launched. It's called Stake. They start funneling a ton of money to some of the top content creators on this platform, on Twitch. They start getting a bunch of people hooked on online gambling, a bunch of teenagers hooked on online gambling. These guys go, F it, we'll just make.
He's not wrong, by the way, here. You may hate Hassan as much as you might. God knows I goddamn will. But at the end of the day, I am a fair person. I dislike all of these people. No doubt about it. But I will be fair. And Hassan is right about this. Kick has 100% ruined a lot of people's lives. Because Kick's primarily function for their streaming service is literally to get people into gambling.
Make our own goddamn website. Then they created Kick. Kick created an entire generation of shitheads. Kick streamers have irreparably caused.
Well, so has Hassan. But to be honest, most of those people who follow Hassan and think that this idiot is even right about anything most of the time. They're probably rich parents, trust fund babies who had never dealt with any adverse effects with their entire lives, and so they think that food just magically appears in the supermarket once a day, and no one actually has to work to make it or get it or transport it there or anything. So those people would have 100% without question, no matter what, turned to Hassan's side because life has just not been cruel enough for them to understand what is the right way.
Damage to the collective psyche of the youth. Okay, people just behaving in the worst ways possible with no repercussions whatsoever. This became significantly more normal. It just like became normal to be evil and gross.
Dude, there is just no way this guy is talking. You support.
So, we don't know if Murder's Indian. Do you think Pegasus is? I mean, it's a valid question at this point. Maybe MorePegasus is an engineer. Who knows?
You
Probably not.
Support 3 different terrorist groups, and you're talking about evil. Dude, you lie?
Wait, now it's 3?
And slander people every single day. How are you possibly complaining? Dude, this guy literally had a gacha sponsor a few days ago when in the past he cried about a gacha being the streamlined gambling and he would never support it or something. Yet for a
I don't see anything wrong with that. As a capitalist, Hassan definitely will make these choices.
few bucks, he completely sells out again. Massive freaking hypocrite. Even the Epson home cinema is actually impressed at this level of projection.
It's also really
up that was a good one.
You got kicked, but that's not the end of the process. Then you got Elon Musk buying Twitter and then making Twitter into this like neo-Nazi breeding ground way more than it was before.
My favorite breeding. By the way, if you have not looked at my Twitter, you should. It has a lot of gems in it, okay?
So now people are just like, oh, I don't like someone, let's dox them, let's swat them, let's go after their whole family.
That's not even
guys,
true.
Hassan really cares about doxing. You literally routinely platform bad empanada who doxes people. You even admit that he's a psychopath.
Oh, I have a question about this bad empanada. I have seen, I think 2 of his videos or something like that. I'm getting comments about him, so people, you probably know more about him than I do. So what's the deal with him? Is he like insane? Is he not insane? I saw 2 videos. Maybe I just clicked on the not lunatically insane ones, but I mean, I didn't see anything too wrong. He kind of seems like a news channel almost, the same as this. He just is more slightly to the left than anything else, as far as I have seen. I have seen 2 videos. I mean, I have to say, I don't think anything. Dude, why is this not going for the... Dude, well, come on. T-shirt, do your T-shirt thing. Jesus, my own CD is kicking in. Anyway, is he like a Hassan fanboy or something like that? I have seen 2 videos. I don't want to watch more because I didn't find anything particularly interesting in him. But I didn't find him as some kind of lunatic or anything like that. So I'm not sure. And people are commenting about him that he's like almost like the dark horseman of death or something like that. That people just refuse to talk about him. Now I hear doxing. Is this true? You cannot get away with doxing on YouTube. So, is it true? I'm not sure.
Yet you still pull up his videos and support him because you just hate Ethan Klein. It's crazy. And you refuse to even condemn your orbiter, Mike from PA, saying that, I don't know what Mike said. It was out of context or something.
Jewish is not an ethnicity. This constructed ethnicity. This demonic ethnicity.
When it was so obvious, he literally said Jews are a demonic ethnicity. You couldn't even condemn that. It's just absolutely crazy. You did less than Denims, who at least said, hey, this was bad. And then she proceeded to defend it. But, at least she had the courtesy to say the words, okay, this was kind of bad. Anyway, so after this, XQC responded, calling him a cockroach.
So what he wants is he wants to shut down ideas that aren't his, pretty much. If your ideas aren't left or radicalized left, they shouldn't be shown at all. If you say something that isn't pretty much terrorism, well, dude, we cannot be doing that on the websites. We only do terrorism here. Only that. If you do anything else but terrorism, we do not support that, dude. Come on, man. Lock in. What?
I'm pretty sure also Hassan now has been trying to make his persona shy away from all of this stuff. He has been reeling himself in and not really saying what he feels. I'm pretty sure because I see clips of him time to time on Twitter, mostly in negative ways, but it seems like he's trying to contain himself to make his image look better.
What an absolute cockroach these days. What happened to this guy? A lot of the things that he pushes are actually dangerous. Do you understand? When we have those topics like the CEO.
Okay, excuse me, whatever your stupid name was. Listen, I understand Hassan bad, and I agree, but my God, I don't want to listen to him try and attempt human speech. It's kind of painful.
Like the people that murder people at the embassy or whatever it was last time. It's dangerous. People go out and actually kill people. It's not funny. It's trash. It's weird. I understand it. People from the right, people from the whatever. Some people are maybe racist, insensitive. I understand that. These are also bad. Sometimes are also dangerous. But that doesn't mean that his isn't dangerous either. People kill each other. It's weird. Stop putting that shit, man.
Yo.
So boring.
Not gonna lie, massive XQCW. Alright, this is what I'm talking about. Occasionally, you get these streamers just having these absolute W takes, and this is kind of what Hassan does to people. He automatically aligns their brain. It's like that one episode in SpongeBob where Patrick's brain actually connects.
Why is everything a SpongeBob episode?
Next, that's what's happening to XQC right now. Hassan's overwhelming amount of stupidity actually connected the neurons in his brain and put him on the right side of history here. WXQC, when XQC actually seems like the absolute scholar in the room, you know there's something wrong going on here. And I mean, everything he said is absolutely spot on. Hassan is a terrible, dangerous influence, normalizing terrorist support, terrorism itself, normalizing bigotry on a massive scale, promoting it to millions of people. And I literally get messages every day from you
Oh, I was for a moment. Oh, right, I forgot we're watching MorePegasus. Listen. Yeah, MorePegasus is gonna support Israel no matter what, by the way, if you're wondering, okay? There is no situation where MorePegasus is ever saying anything bad about them, okay? They are... Everything is good. So if you're wondering why this sounds a little bit like what, that's why. That's why.
God's work with this series because I'm exposing this absolute massive psychopath here. So I appreciate that as well. And honestly, not to be dramatic, this is literally a matter of good versus evil, like straight up. Moving on to Adin Ross exposing Hassan. Adin Ross drops a massive bombshell about Hassan in Twitch. Alleges that Hassan tried to secure a no gambling deal with Kick in the beginning, but didn't get the offer he wanted. Also alleges that Twitch tried to secure a deal with Stake, but didn't get the desired offer.
Here's what I'm gonna
Twitch wanted to secure... What kind of... Okay.
leak about you, Hassan. I'm not gonna say when, I'm not gonna say how, I'm not gonna say what. Hassan wanted to come to Kick in the very beginning. They offered him an amount and he didn't like it, obviously, because you're not worth that much to no gambling. And that's the truth. You're mad as fuck that Kick is working. Hassan, how could you talk about Kick communities and Kick creators being...
I don't think Kick is working. I said this the previous time, but if 90% of Twitch is botted, 99.9% of Kick is 100% botted. And how do I know this? How do I feel 100% assertive in saying this? Well, it's pretty easy, honestly. Do you think Kick, the platform that does under the table deals with promotions, that has bots spamming Twitter, that has all kind of bot promotions and fake botting of posts that support them on Twitter and other places, that put their logo on videos and repost them to try and get them viral and whatnot. The platform that fakes its ad revenue by something like 50 times just so it can get people in there, even though, their ad revenue, they pay out what they say, but it's fake. Are you telling me the only... So you're telling me Kick has 30 times more ad revenue than any other site in the world, and no one else has figured out how to get that with the same sponsors, with the same ads? No, it's fake, obviously. Kick is just multiplying it through their gambling money. All the people at Kick need to also deal gambling. Kick is literally designed just to get people into gambling. You're telling me that this platform, Kick, is not view-botting their own streamers? Of course they are. Absolutely, of course they are. Asmongold coming to Kick was not some kind of thing. It just was the situation where Kick said, "Oh wow, this is a good opportunity to view-bot our own viewers harder." Or are you gonna tell me, the difference between Twitch and Kick is literally probably Twitch doesn't view-bot their own streamers. The streamers do that themselves. Kick, on the other hand, probably view-bots every stream a little bit at least. That's the reality of these things.
The toxic and the cancer. Bro, you preach.
Because again, Kick are not smart people. What's the stupid idiot who has mental breakdowns all the time? Fusi. Yeah, that guy. That idiot got Kick to believe that he actually has like 30k viewers constantly, even though his real numbers is like 2k or something like that. And he got a massive Kick deal with that. And no one at Kick was like, doesn't seem like his. Again, the people working at Kick are fucking stupid. They just have a lot of money to burn. The fact that Fusi, one of the stupidest people in the world, managed to bait Kick into giving him a multi-million-dollar contract is just beyond anything.
To your community, they're brainwashed by you, bro. You live in a $5 million house. You buy nice clothes. You buy designer. You buy jewelry. You buy everything you want to do. You never donate to anything that you preach and all this stuff. You contradict.
Listen, I'd rather donate to Hassan than donate a single goddamn cent to Team Water, okay? Shut the fuck up.
Yourself every time. You're a terrorist. You don't even like America. He doesn't. He doesn't, chat. He really, really doesn't. I'm just being real.
Right. Okay, so Hassan definitely does hate America. That is pretty
True.
obvious.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck
A
it. I'm saying
classic.
it.
I find it interesting, though, that he was trying to sign a Kick, because if that's true, that's pretty hypocritical, even without the gambling deal added on, because then you're still supporting the platform that you think is so evil and is enabling all this bad behavior, right? Now, if you're already on there and your friends are on there and like the community's on there, fair enough, but that's not really the case for Hassan. He kind of hates everybody on there and was actively trying to move there still.
Oh, damn, it's Sneeko, and he's not sitting in the corner. Damn.
So that's very interesting.
Remember when Sneeko destroyed Moist Critical? Damn.
I don't know, it seems like Mr. Socialist here wanted a bigger bag. Apparently $5 million not enough. He needs like 10-20 million. How's he gonna afford all of his socialist mansion and supercars? Twitch CEO Dan
Bro, he needs that second mansion, okay? People are not giving him enough credit. He needs that second mansion. Okay, the mansion's not gonna buy itself for all these mutual funds of the community.
Clancy would not be very happy. He might actually need to find another person to goon to after this. The absolute horror. You hear that, Hassan? You're not invited to the Diddy parties anymore. No more happy birthdays from—
Well, Trump's pardoning Diddy, so there you well, probably, I'm assuming.
Twitch. You might
Maxine is definitely getting that, though.
actually get banned now. Just kidding, this isn't Harry Potter.
But though it's so stupid, it's like, okay, yeah, you're gonna spend the rest of your life in prison, but if he pardons you, you know that in a week you're dying in an accident anyway. Like, everyone knows you're dying in an accident. In a week. Maybe fast. Maybe a week and 3 minutes. Who knows? But that accident is definitely coming.
Is in fantasy magic universe. That sort of shit doesn't happen here.
He knows Kick's working, chat. He wishes he took that bag at the very beginning. It's a legit competitor to Twitch. It just is. It just is. And also, I'll just say this. When you stream on Twitch, you have to appeal. You have to appeal to somebody you're not. Most of the time, these creators are very. Look at Solminati. Why do you think he's not streaming? Why do you think he's not streaming? He
I
got
don't know
banned for
who that
speaking out and
is.
talking and being Solminati. You have to appeal to a fake, like I don't know if it's a narrative. I don't know what the it is. I bet you also didn't know that Twitch wanted to make stake work. Twitch at one point was most likely on some shit where they were like, yo, if you pay us more than what DraftKings wants to pay us, you can keep the crypto casino. It's all for money, bro. It's all for money.
Wow, guys, shocking
Always
information.
is.
The world actually revolves around money. I mean, Twitch can pretend to virtue signal, but they also advertise gambling. Hassan can pretend to virtue signal, but he literally just took a gacha sponsor that he himself called Streamline Gambling. I feel like if you want to draw a moral line...
Hassan is a hypocrite. More news at, well, whenever. He's always gonna be a hypocrite. Okay, let's move on to some other news, okay? We have other people. Oh, here we go, Asmongold. Let's see what Asmongold has to say about Hassan.
as well, bro. He just couldn't get a big number. Anyways, Asmongold responded explaining how people just feel alienated by Hassan and his orbiters, right? Because they're so extreme. Asmongold asked why anyone would want to come to the table with Hassan when he lies about them. Says it's no surprise they went to kick.
He's actually achieved that goal. Because there's been so many people now that have been alienated by people like Hassan and people that are in his orbit and in his...
The irony of Asmongold banning literally anyone in the chat who disagrees with him, though. I mean, again, these people are just constantly calling each other bad things for what they themselves are doing and then pretending that they're not doing it. There's no difference.
You know, like his community, that now they have no problem going to stake. They have no problem doing, you know, any of this stuff because, you know...
Asmongold said that he's never going to stream on Kick. Where are we now? Because it's a bad place. It's just the hypocrisy. The non-stop hypocrisy. All of these people are trash.
They're already being called
Remove every top streamer, the world just becomes a better place.
Nazis. They're already being called, you know, genocide lovers, etc. And so why would people try to come to the table and win your approval when you're lying about them? And I think that's really where the problem is that you can't lie about people constantly and then be surprised when they stop trying to seek your approval.
I mean, that's kind of true. If you're already considered like this Nazi scumbag, genocide supporting alt-right MAGA grifter, then obviously they're not going to be like, well, Hassan seems like a pretty reasonable person here. I feel like if you're a regular person and you see the amount of unfair treatment on Twitch, you can get pretty annoyed and just be like, all right, I guess I'm going to...
So this is completely untrue, by the way. Every single person except Asmongold and Tectone are fucking drooling to have a conversation with Hassan. I am drooling to have a conversation with Hassan about how bad he is. Because everything Asmongold says about Hassan and why he doesn't want to speak with him is fucking lies. Listen, the reason Asmongold does not want to talk to Hassan is because Asmongold is stupider than Hassan. The last time they had a conversation, Asmongold went away from it, believing that Al-Qaeda was pro-trans. The terrorist group that's almost this close to making throwing gays off rooftops an Olympic sport is trans-friendly. And Asmongold just completely lopped all of that, okay? He licked Hassan's hand clean when he was saying this. He went away and was like, "Oh wow, guys, I did not know. Did you know that they're actually like pro-trans?" And then at one point, after a couple of days, he figures out that he got lied to, and he's like, "You're telling me?" It's just a joke. This is why there are people, because there's nothing they gain from it. Hassan can lie. Hassan's a moron. Hassan is brain damaged pretty much at this point. There's almost nothing left there ticking. He knows nothing about anything. The last time Hassan actually read the news article, not even researched anything about any of the stuff that he's talking about, just the last time that he even read a news article probably was decades ago. And he's still smarter and better in the conversation than Asmongold, who literally just makes shit up. Because he also has never literally read an article in his life. And this is why they don't want to talk with Hassan. Because that idiot is actually gonna win that conversation. A normal person. Listen, I could have a conversation with Hassan. I could just be sitting there allowing, like, I could be encouraging him to actually say the things that he wants to say. And I would go away from that conversation looking the winner in the eyes of any sane individual, because all you need to do is let these people speak. And there's no such thing as, oh, he's lying about you. You're in a 1-versus-1 conversation. If he's lying about you, you can point it out. That's simple. There's no such thing as lying about you while you're in that conversation. You just stop it. It's so easy. Oh, Jesus. Well, it happens. It definitely happens.
Kick now. I mean, the thing about Kick is nobody over there is like hiding how scummy they are. They'll just like openly be like, hey, I'm a piece of shit. They're not like virtue signaling here, like, well, we actually care about people here, guys, but also we support terrorists. Like, that's what pisses people off, right? And I just find it interesting, the line that Hassan draws in terms of morality, right? Terrorism good, supporting terrorists is okay, but gambling is bad, guys. So like, what kind of wavy ass line has he drawn? You would think, you know, you draw a line where it starts escalating into, you know, blurry ethics or whatever, but he's so far beyond that. The fact that he thinks gambling is morally questionable when he supports terrorists, it's such a ridiculous fucking line to draw.
This is also, I mean, if you want to be, you can say this, but you need to understand, okay, this is not really defense of Hassan, but this is kind of a positive, because this is the reason why I think Hassan can actually get his reputation back, that he can easily become suddenly this non-insane individual just by hiding, because it's people like MorePegasus who actually unironically believe that Hassan's moral system is gambling bad, terrorism good. No. There's reasonings behind why he says that terrorism is good. And if he explains it, oh, because these are not actually terrorists, they're freedom fighters, they're fighting when a president, that's what he would say. And if a normal person has no idea what any of this is, if they don't have any context to this, they're probably thinking after hearing that from Hassan is like, oh, wait, this MorePegasus dude is clearly misrepresenting his point, because that's not what Hassan really is. He's not a terrorist supporter. And I think this is giving, because the biggest voices against Hassan are mostly as stupid as Hassan. Hassan has a chance to actually make clear his name and again be more respectable to a degree. Now, he's never going to be respectable for the people who actually know a lot of this stuff, but he can be respectable and, you know, not considered insane by a lot of the people who don't know who he is, who are not in this deep into this stuff. So, there's always that. And I wonder if people like MorePegasus are actually kind of helping Hassan by saying these things. Because Hassan, again, Hassan can easily flip this as just a misrepresentation of him. This is what I said, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. That Hassan can, if he was smart, if he tried, he could flip all of this. He could just start one day pretending, oh, I've never supported any terrorists or anything like that. This is just there's a group of people who just constantly want to misrepresent my position. And since these people are never going to engage with him or never even show the actual clip where he does it, except like MorePegasus, but he shows like 2 seconds. And if someone shows 2 seconds of you, I can easily say, that's not the full context. Again, I think this is giving Hassan a great opportunity to cleanse his name at least a little bit, to make him more appealing to the normies. That's just the world we live in. Anyway, I'm tired of this garbage. That was MorePegasus. Bye-bye.